Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back to another episode by the Pokemonster. So today's video will be divided in three sections. The first one is I went to an event in the Netherlands, a flea market. I'm gonna talk a bit about that as a vendor. Secondly, I want to give you an insight in my single card inventory that I'm trying to sell online. And thirdly, we can see what I picked up from my own collection, just a summary briefly. Before we go into the Pokémon Card Mail Day season finale of Season 6 next week. I'm excited for that, I'm excited for today's video, so I hope you all enjoy. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And let's dive straight into it. So this Sunday there was a huge flea market in the Netherlands. It was inside, so the weather didn't matter. It was very busy and I was vending there with basically flea market stuff like old decorations of the house, Christmas lights, everything we want to get rid of that was just collecting dust. Besides that, I also took a huge amount of my Funko Pops to the flea market. I figured selling Funko Pops online, you always have to deal with shipping. People don't want to buy 10 Funko Pops and get free shipping. They usually buy one, and if the shipping cost is $7 and the Funko Pop itself is also around $7, yeah, people don't buy it. So furthermore, I also sold Pokémon cards. Basically, I was sitting here until 3 AM in the morning on Sunday, and the alarm went off at 6:30 in the morning again, so I had very little sleep. It can also explain why I'm tired these days. It was a very busy and long day, and the night before as well. So what did I do? I just took all my bulk that I had not listed online, the cards that I think are not worth 10 cents a piece, so basically all cards 3 cents a piece. And then I divided them into 4 different products, basically, into 4 different products. First off, we had the mini tin. I got this one from Kruidvat. It's a store in the Netherlands that does occasionally discounts on Pokemon products, and I opened one sealed display, or rather I got these tins. I ordered 10 and I didn't get a sealed display, so I opened 5 of them, sold the pack separately, and then I was left with the tins. It was a good deal, I have a video about that as well. You got one tin for $7 and it contained an Astral Radiance and a Brilliant Stars booster pack and a coin and such. 2 packs and a tin and a coin for $7, not bad. And then you have the opened tin, really nice. Some people even contacted me when I had a really large amount of these tins because they wanted to melt down the tin and they just wanted to pay the tin price. I said nah, it's more like I want to sell this as a collectible. Kids love this. It's about $1 per tin, even if, especially if you have popular Pokemon on it. So what did I do? I took 25 cards and 3 holographics, just regular holographics, like 10 cents a card, and the normal cards 3 cents a card. Put it in here and then sold this product basically for €2.50. I had 5, I have 1 left, so I sold about $10 of this product. The next one was the Pokeballs. We opened this up in a holiday in last year autumn, so 2024, and then around October. So my buddy got 4 for $14 a piece, basically one half of each. And he pulled a Box of Disaster from Lost Origin Secret Rare. I just took 50 bulk cards. We still have the coin inside here. The Pokeball tins are not the best place to store your Pokemon cards, so I'm gonna leave the cards out right now as well. But I charged for this Pokeball with the cards. Unique as well compared to this one. I charged $5 for 50 cards plus the Pokeball tin. I had 4, I sold 3. So then we go into a bit more numbers and quantity of Pokemon cards that I sold this for. It's a built and battle kit of Lost Origin, but I had the ones from Silver Tempest as well. And I just filled them up, these boxes, with 150 cards. Again, 3 holographics, 150 cards for $5 as well. And I had a lot of these. I might show you a picture of the stand, of my stand. And once an hour, twice an hour, someone came along and purchased 1 or 2 of these things. So there was one person who came back with 20 duplicates. Yes, that's a lot. I said, here, 20 new cards, have fun with it, and so on. So I had, I think, 6 to 8 of these, maybe 9. I think 9, and then I sold 6. So $5 for 150 cards. Yet again, almost bulk pricing. I didn't need to make money on these cards because all the cards, I searched the lots already. All the Pikachus, all the Charmanders, etc. I already pulled out. I am selling these separately for 10 cents a piece, and everything what was left. It was not only trainers, and there are even no energies inside here. It was just Pokemon and trainers, and the majority of the cards were even Pokemon, like 75%, and then 25% trainers. And then for the big buyers, guys, I also brought 2 ETBs filled with cards besides the one that I had for single cards. I charged for an ETB with approximately 550 cards. This is the Silver Tempest ETB. I had some different ETBs. I charged $15. So basically you get 3 times this one is also $15. Here's where the bulk deals start. You get 100 cards more even, and you still pay $15. And you get an ETB, which is nice as well nowadays. 9 holographics, something like that. So it's a nice deal. There was one point I had only 2 ETBs. One guy purchased one of these. And then he came back and then he purchased 2 ETBs. No discount, no questions asked, just $30. Here you go. And then he came back and he even purchased 2 or 3 more of these. Really nice. So I think that worked out pretty well. I sold a lot of Funko Pops as well. I had them for $8 a piece. I had one that was $30 a piece. Of course you have people, it was very funny. I had them all just displayed and everyone was going for the Harley Quinn, which was $30 a piece. Hey man, how expensive or how much is it? Yeah, that one is $30. The other ones are all $8 a piece. Never mind. But in the end, I took the Harley Quinn off the table. I said all $8 a piece, and then people started buying them. So what was very much what was in demand, in favor. I sold a couple of the Flash Funko Pops. I sold Batman. I sold, well, not a lot, but 2 Squid Game Funko Pops. And at the end of the day, there was a guy and he said, alright, let me see. And he had already searched out 2. So I said to him, you can have 3 for 20. Alright, we got the deal. So that was the first part of the video. Let's move into the inventory that I have online. Let's take a quick look at that. I'm excited for that as well. So at the moment, there's not a lot to see. We have the cards here that have a really high turnaround. I turn these cards around once a month. There has never been a card that I had to list twice. Then we have inventory here that is very stable. Not a lot of sales. Only 1 card each week. I asked 10 cents for bulk cards. So don't mind these. These are from the built-in battle kits that I still have left over. I think the Gengar will be really nice in the future. So I'm not having this for sale currently. But yeah, everything on alphabet, not really on set. So it's sometimes a lot of work to find cards, but it's alright, I manage. So then we have the second row, same story. I've listed all these cards and they're very stable. They're sitting here, moving 1 or 2 cards every month, but I add more than I sell basically. And then we have some cards that are listed as good and excellent. They're also alphabetical order, but I don't use tabs. And then we have some more bulk. And then we have some Yu-Gi-Oh! Booster packs that I'm trying to sell separately. Some of the Y Schwartz items. Some extra bulk. And some Korean Surging Sparks. So, well, that was just a short part of the video. We can take out one row, this row. Let's get back to the table. So here is a pile with cards that I still have to search. We have a lot of trainer galleries, hope everything is nicely visible. Trainer galleries, illustration rares, some celebrations. I'm trying to stock up on these again. A few weeks ago, or maybe 2 months ago, last year even, I had a customer who purchased these 5 at a time for $10 a piece from me, and also the Blastoise. I ran out of stock completely. I need to replenish that supply, and I'm just putting the price a bit too high right now so that not people won't buy it. I don't want people to buy it, but I want to have it listed at least one of them at a time. We have some alt arts. I started to buy some alt arts again, the Skuntank, Sandaconda, Conkeldurr, the really cheap alt arts. Some more art rares. I purchased these for $3 a piece. I purchased them for $6 a piece as well. I have a nice quantity of these Infernapes, and they're going back from $3 a piece to $6 a piece now. So I'm getting ready to sell off a lot. And they are not listed yet. I have these for a couple of weeks now. I have not listed them. I should. I think, yeah, you really need to see the motion, the hollow pattern in motion, before you can see how nice the card is. It is tough to see from a picture. So I purchased a large amount of these as well, like $11, $12 a piece. It reminds me of a story that in 2021 there was a guy on Facebook Marketplace who had 40 to 50 copies of these, selling them for $8 a piece. And now I am here. I didn't want it, and now it's $11 to $12 a piece. I'm buying them. I'm selling them for 15, around that number. This one is good, so it will be up for 13. This one is excellent. It might go up to 15 to 17 bucks. And I have a couple of really nice near mint ones that I sold for 20 bucks a piece. Really nice PSA 8s that were. So we have a large amount of these promos. I'm buying new ones every day almost. There's a pile of them in this sleeve. I'm only putting one up at a time. I'm curious to see what happens if I go like, 5 available. So I'm starting to buy a lot of tag teams again. I'm not selling them that fast. I've a little bit overpriced, but they are tougher to find nowadays. I think if a lot move from the market, the bottom ones, you will really easily put the bottom price up. So I don't mind selling them cheap. I'd rather don't sell them cheap, because I know the floor will rise eventually. Cards get older, tag team really unique. There's only one era in Pokemon where they use tag teams. Well, full arts and full art trainers and all that mechanics are now basically throughout, are not mechanics but rather aesthetical, rarities rather. These are now throughout X and Y, Black and White, Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon, Scarlet and Violet. So then we have this one, the Mewtwo V promo from the Pokemon Go deck. I've listed it for $8. I purchased it for $6. Everybody says I want to buy it for $6, and I'm saying like, yeah, that's what I paid plus shipping. So we cannot do that. But they don't want it for $8. That $2 difference is really a lot for people somehow. But I think it will run out eventually of stock supply on $6 each as well. And then it will be my turn. It's just waiting. I have a couple of these now. And then we have some secret rares, golds. I sold 8 Jirachis for $1.20. Pokemon Fan Club, once in a while people like it a lot. We have the third place Lucamine. And I started to buy even more of these. Really fan of the Mega Evolutions. Also a bit speculation towards the future. If you know, you know. So we get to some Sprigatitos, only 4 left of the 14 that I purchased. Not too bad. I have now a bunch of them sealed as well. Raichus, sold one yesterday and one actually today. I have 2 more now. I have to relist it. I am really a fan of the unknowns. I have some alt art unknowns. I have some regular V unknowns, the unknown V star. We have this full art. So there we have some Sandacondas. I might be out of skunk tanks already, so I need to purchase some new ones. And then we have something that I consider one of my biggest mistakes, which is I tried to buy out from Card Market all the Houndooms, but they were easily replenished in the next few days, so I paid a lot for the last ones, for the highest ones. Kingdras, all English, Ampharos, nice card, trying to sell it for $7. This one did pretty well for me and now it's not moving anymore. Still some rainbows, Zapdos. I started to purchase some battle partner sets, cards, especially these, the art rares. The ferret is really nice and in demand. I sold 3 to 4 ferrets. I already purchased 4 new ones. We have a lot more Infernaps. Yeah, the Urshifu is not moving too well. Only sometimes when people collect Brilliant Stars, they need this one, they buy it. Here we have a bunch more Yellow Border Galarian Gallery and Trainer Gallery. And I'm gonna search for some Cosmic Eclipse Trainer Galleries, if you know, with the yellow border. Jasmine Steelix, Lieutenant Surge Magnemite, some of these cards. There is also a Wishy-Washy in there with a Swimming Girl. I like all these trainers a lot. I have a lot of them already in my own personal collection binder. But I want to purchase them and stock them up for my inventory as well. I think in the end, now we are almost 5 years removed from the 25th anniversary. And also, we are in the 2nd or 3rd year now that we have no yellow borders anymore. It might be very well in the future, but that's just a prediction and a guess of me. No advice, of course. But you will see the yellow border cards disappear. If Pokemon keeps performing this well, and they keep printing billions of cards every year, the amount of yellow border cards will be very soon it will be only a small part of the entire hobby at one point. You understand? They already quadrupled the amount of cards in the last 5 years that are out there. So if they go on that train and there will be no more yellow border cards printed, well, then the amount of yellow border cards stays the same, while the gray border cards will only increase. And at the rate it goes now, it might be very rare, and this might be vintage in the future, guys, yellow border cards, even though it's not that old, and even though it is 25, it might be vintage and very rare, even though it is only 25 years after Pokemon Start created these yellow border cards. All yellow borders might be vintage at one point. If you stay in the hobby for 20 more years and you have tons of these yellow border cards, well, you're the man. Anyways, guys, I think that's about it. I will show you more on the next one. I also promised to go into briefly what we have for the Pokemon Card Mail Day Season Finale. I can show you one card, but first let's clean everything up. Whoop! Alright, that's much better. So what did we get? We got ourselves a nice Iono Paldea Fate Special Illustration Rare, a PSA 9 only, but I'm happy with it. I wanted it anyways. And I purchased some other stuff from this guy, so he had this in inventory. I thought, okay, let's purchase it. Don't quote me on the price, I think $35. UGS9 Palkia from the Asher. It is Asher themed, this artwork, and that is very nice. I'm really a fan of Asher. He's from the Netherlands, great artist, and I liked this card a lot even when Astral Radius was released. Now it's no PSA 9, but what happened? I purchased for 40 bucks a raw copy, near mint. It was totally damaged. I was very sad and disappointed. I sent the card back. It took 10 days for it to arrive and a lot of effort again to go back and forward with the seller. 40 bucks. Got all the 40 bucks back. And then when I got the 40 bucks back, I went directly onto Card Market, and then for my surprise I saw this one in a 9 for 44 bucks. So I was like, well, the first raw copy was no success. This one is only 4 bucks extra. Let's buy it in a 9, even though I'm not familiar with the grading company. But a 9 is a 9, and that will mean it's a nice near mint copy to me. I'm not going to crack this one, by the way. I'm gonna keep it slabbed. It doesn't really matter for me. If someone buys it one day, I will not ask PSA 9 prices probably, but high-end raw prices. It's up to someone else to crack it. It's going into my collection now for a very long time. So then again, we have the TV reporter. I was looking for this card for years, and I never really had the money to buy a nice copy. And I purchased it in a PSA 10. I have a raw one. I have a World Championship variant of it already. I'm really a fan of this card. I have, I think, one of the vintage ones. Yeah, great card. From Celestial Storm. Yeah, what can I say? I like it. And it's a PSA 10, so great. So that is actually, guys, the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed today's stories. Yet again, leave a like on the video. And if you like these stories in general, subscribe to the channel for more. And next week we probably go over part 1 of this Pokemon Card Mail Day season finale of season 6 with only 4 trainers, trainer galleries that I collected. Galarian galleries. Take care, and I'll see you all on the next one.